Alright, so today we're doing a video on the infamous X-Pipe mod for the S4s and the S5s. What that is, for everybody watching at home, is essentially your downpipes going to the exhaust have two baby resonators. You delete that and insert a Magnaflow 11 385 resonated X-Pipe. And in this scenario, we'll also be deleting the rear suitcase resonator, and two straight pipes will be put in its place. Those will actually be V-banded and put in really nice and all that, so it'll be a nice clean install. I'm going to take decibel readings of the car at cold start from 15 feet away, some light revs from 15 feet away, in-car cruising and in-car wide open throttle. Nobody really has this info out there, and for people looking to do the same modification, I think it'll help clarify a few things on whether it's raspy, what it sounds like. As far as sound recording, we're recording on a Sony A6000. I don't have an external mic, but we will do our best. And I'll also try to mount a GoPro on the bumper and try to get some straight up exhaust sounds. And we'll see how it turns out. We'll figure out if it's really raspy, if it's not. If it is, then we'll go into muffler selections and we'll probably play around. And hopefully this will help you guys at home figure out a good setup so you don't have to go drop a ton of money with AWE and have flaky exhaust tips that always break apart even though you drop $2,000. So this is cruising at about 74, as you can see. In normal mode, we're getting an average of 66 and a peak of 67 and 76, sorry. Kind of hard. If we drop it into dynamic mode and go back up to 70, we are getting a reading of about 72. I'll just reset it and do the same thing. It's just reading about 72. Now this isn't the most accurate thing ever, but it's what we got. And I will reset it in a little bit and give you guys a wide open throttle pull. So we'll check back again. This is stock exhaust and the sound deck tour is plugged in. I'll put the car in dynamic mode when we do the pull. Alright, so we're gonna do a little rip here. Just a short wide open throttle pull. See how loud it gets. The car does have an intake and a crank pulley, so we'll get a lot of noise from that, but so it seems like we averaged 63 there and peaked 96 decibels. So we'll see, we will see what it is after the front resonators get deleted and the exhaust work gets done, but at least we have some scientific readings for now, or as scientific as it gets, really. Okay, going back on the highway with the X pipe and the center resonator deleted. About to see how many decibels we sit at 70 miles an hour with the car in auto mode. So let's get up to speed. So we're seeing about 76 max. I'm doing 70 in auto. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's kind of hard, I know. But take my word for it, we're at 76. Let me get over it. About to kick the car in dynamics, see how much louder it gets. Now, I did leave the fuse in because there is literally no drone or anything. At 70, we're seeing about 70 decibels cruising, 75. The car is at 2100. If we get it up a little higher, we're doing about, getting about 80 decibels. And if we, let me slow back down, we'll do a little wide open throttle pull and we'll see what we hit. Our max decibel there was 96. Again, it kind of sits around 70 decibels in cabin. So that kind of gives you an idea of what the noise difference is with this and not. And our next test is like the stock video. We will be doing a wide open throttle pull from a standstill. This time we're going to be going back on the highway and we'll get some more shots. So check back in a second. I'm out of room. And I'm out of room, but on a, let's say 10 to 50 mile an hour pull, we hit about 83 decibels. And normal cruising in dynamic, we're seeing in the 70 decibel range. It's saying our average is 70 and our max was 83, so that makes sense. This exhaust setup, there seems to be a whole lot of controversy online about RASP and drone, and honestly, you guys will see the car up on the lift and what was done underneath, so you have an exact idea of what to do. There is no drone. It's very tame until about 40-50% throttle, then you really hear it. As I mentioned before, the car has a 187mm crank pulley, stock supercharger pulley, engine tune, trains tune, and I have a Rock Euro intake. I really don't know what else to say, but for somebody who's looking at a tame exhaust for their daily driver, this is really a perfect mix while not, spending a ton of money. And just kind of, it sounds like it should have came from the factory. I would compare it to an OE, let's say an AMG exhaust. I would venture to say that's about the same decibels and same in-cabin noise. And I'm even venturing to say the people who are getting drone either had a shoddy install or they're just paying attention to how loud their tires are or something odd, because there's literally no drone. I don't know. On the highway, if you're just driving normal 70, 80, whatever, 2,000 to 3,000 RPM, no drone in between, and it's just tame with the music up at a normal listening level. You don't even hear the exhaust. So honestly, for a daily driver, like I said, there's no drawbacks. But we'll cut to some exhaust GoPro footage, and that should be fun. So the car is up on the lift, and we'll show you the front part where the Magnaflow X pipe went. That's where the original 2 baby resonators were. And then the back center muffler section just gets straight piped all the way to the stock mufflers. And soon we'll be adding some tips. But for now, that's about it.